but I can't
So
see.
now,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
sorry.
yeah, yeah. Your picture went, your picture went. Now I can see.
All right. So hope your day has been good, Arvind.
Yeah, yeah. My day was as usual.
All right. So please let me know a bit about you so that we can proceed ahead.
Okay, my name is Arvind and I'm from Rajasthan. And I'm a private teacher. I teach in my private school. I teach as a subject. And being a teacher, it's compulsory for me that should know spoken English. So that's why I have been focusing on this language for last a couple
Hmm.
of months, and
Hmm.
I have gained uh, some confidence within this month. And some month ago, I was not comfortable while I spoke English that time, but now day by day, I have seen uh, a great improvement in myself. Now I can now I can speak with my co-learner as well as now I can understood what is my co-learner is saying to me. So this is so. Please tell me about yourself so I may know about it.
Sure. Do you want me to correct you if you make mistakes?
Yeah, yeah. Please, yeah. If I make mistakes, so please you can
All right. So
because
recently you made a mistake.
I am learner.
Yeah, yeah, I do understand that. Everyone is a learner. Learning is a never-ending process. I'm a learner as well. So you said now I can understood. It's not right to say. You are supposed to say now I can understand.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. All right. So my name is Faz. I reside in north central part of India, that is UP, Uttar Pradesh. I completed my degree in English literature in 2018. Ever since I have been teaching. I teach spoken English, communication, presentation, and variety of other things. I have both the segment of classes online as well as offline. When it comes to my offline classes, I have few faculties, partners working along with me. When it comes to my online classes, I'm the only one who teach online at present. That's all about me in a nutshell. If you have something to ask, you may.
Okay,
Mm.
so sir, sir, how can I expand my vocab section because my my vocab section is too limited. I repeat same word again and again, and I always use basic vocab in my conversation. So how can I expand? And
Mm.
sometime I wrote the advanced vocab in my diary, but I cannot apply in my conversation. Because we can make we can make call suddenly. So that why it's hard for me that opening a diary and find out the so this is this kind of how can we handle all this thing and how can we inculcate advanced vocab in our conversation.
All right. How to expand your vocabulary? How to
Yeah,
expand or improve your vocabulary? See, there are multiple ways. You must be aware of a way to write down the vocabulary whenever you find any. Or people may have suggested you to read books. These all works, but you need to be very determined with these all process. So what you
yeah,
can simply do, you need to figure out the most easy way, the easiest way to do these things because it all requires attention. The more time you give to something, the better you become in that. All right. So there is a very easy process that you can do. That is, instead of writing words on a piece of paper or making a diary and jotting down all the words on that piece of paper, Why don't you make a WhatsApp group where add on only yourself? And whenever you happen to see any vocabulary, or you read any book, or you watch any piece of content on YouTube or any social media platform, simply check out the meaning on Google by searching meaning of the very word. Google will give you the complete definition of that word with its antonyms, synonyms, and all used examples. Copy the complete things and paste in that vocabulary group. This idea says gather all the words at one place and revise them daily. Actively revise all the vocabularies, and you'll see the sea change, or you'll see this great improvement in your vocabulary in few days. So this is what you're supposed to do, nothing else. Because it's very easy to keep your phone with you. You cannot always keep your diary, pen, and paper with yourself. But keeping your phone is very easy. You can simply keep your phone in your pocket, and whenever you find the need of revising the vocabulary, you can take it out and start revising the vocabulary. Secondly, it's very easy. You don't need to have a pen to write the things down. You're supposed to have phone that you can simply copy the word and paste in your vocabulary group. Right? It's very convenient and easy to do. It does not require anything. And you can, the best part is that you can do it from anywhere and at any time. This is what you're supposed to do, and you will see the great improvement, tangible growth in your vocabulary.
And sir, I have a another issue. This issue is related to very well. It's Independence Day tomorrow. Okay, so I'm going to deliver a speech. The speech will be delivered by me in only in English. So, can you tell me some points that I can add in my speech?
You
Advance.
mean to say that how to deliver a speech?
Okay, I have prepared my short speech. It's not a long speech.
What is that speech about?
It is on Independence Day.
Okay, you're gonna give a speech on independence, or
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
gonna give a speech on Independence Day.
yeah,
You're going to give a speech on Independence Day.
yeah. Tomorrow I am going to deliver.
All right, fine. So what you can speak is that you must have made a script. You must have made the points that you're gonna share tomorrow, right? The
Right.
basic point. You can start with the greetings, like very good morning, students, like this. Very good morning to see you all, and to participate in today's festive, or participate in today's celebration. Today is the Independence Day, and you can speak up, add the details, but start with hook. You can start with greeting as well, but start with hook. Hook in the sense that how to intrigue someone's attention. You can speak about some sudden incidents. That do you know that how many bloods have been passed, or how many people have bleeded to make our country free, like this. So such things can be spoken. To intrigue someone's attention, you're supposed to speak, or you need to speak something that is more intriguing, right? So you can add some incidents. You may start with a story, short story of Jawaharlal Nehru, Gandhi ji, or you can start speaking about some motivational story or very fascinating story of uh, you know of Bhagat Singh, or such stories will help our students to, or that help our students to fight against wrong things, or against operations. We are not supposed to be oppressed, and such minor details can be added, or stories would help your audience to be intrigued, and especially students like to listen to stories. You can start with a short story initially, and then continue your talk, add details in the mid of the story, and at the end of the story you can finish it with some details or giving a moral. So there is a story should be told into three parts. First, hook. Second, details. Third, moral. Hook is something where you have to intrigue the people's attention, where you have to intrigue the audience attention. And how you can intrigue someone's attention? By speaking a story, by telling a short story, or by adding some fascinating details, right?
But
You can tell me.
uh, you know, due to story, if I add story in my speech, so it means the speech will be so long, and you know, uh, moreover to me, there is my principal, there's my director, there's chief guest. They also want to, they also will
Yeah,
deliver
they
the speech.
also
It
want to
means
speak.
if I add some other content, so it means I feel so long story. So
We
I'm
are supposed
asking
to
you,
let me tell you
you
this,
know,
and you can ask.
you were telling me that you should start greetings. So can we tell me some points of greeting? What should what
What are the points of greeting?
when I start to deliver my speech? So what should be initial line my speech?
Okay, initial starting could be if you start with basics, then you could start with good morning. Okay, good morning, students. Right, like this. Good morning, student. Nice to see you today.
Right.
Thank you
And
for being a part of this gathering.
when it comes to addressing the guest as well as gathered people,
So,
so
respected principal, all the staff, and the guests. You can name the guest as well. Dr. Murli Prasad, respected principal, Dr. Prajapati, and all the respected staff. My warmth welcome to my all new guests who have come to show their respect to the school. I greet you all with the bottom of my heart. And thank you to all students who have been a part of this gathering. Now I'm going to start. I'll start with a short story of Bhagat Singh, who has been a great freedom fighter of India. He has done an amazing job to set India free. His stories cannot be hidden. Many try to hide his stories, but it cannot be hidden.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
this, you can tell a motivational stories, a short stories that can intrigue people attention. So a story should be told into three parts. First you are supposed to tell the hook. What is hook? When you can intrigue someone's attention. It can be any detail or motivational quote or any short story. Tell a short story or a motivational quote in order to hook people's attention. Then add details. Then keep on telling the story and then add some details, some dates, some incidents. So details should be added in the mid of the speech. Third, moral. At the end of the story, at the end of the speech, you are supposed to tell or give a moral to the students so that the audience can conclude the complete speech. This is the basic this is the root, or this is the foundational way of telling a story.
And since you know that I am, I will lead a as anchor role. So between the show, between the program, what should I say? Should I recite some motivational thoughts? Should I say some uh, poems? What should
Mm.
be? What should I do? What should I add with when in my when it comes to anchoring
Mm.
level?
See, start with some motivational quotes. Like if you want to start, you can start it like this: sweat in peace or bleed in war. So minor quote could help your audience to be intrigued. So start with a motivational quote. You can say it in Hindi. I don't know how to what statement you would speak up tomorrow, or what motivational quote you're gonna speak, and what would it be about. You can start with a short passage or a short motivational quote, then detail, then conclusion. That will be the moral of the complete speech. So this is how any speech should be told. This is how any speech should be told to the audience. All right.
And I want to know one more thing, that should I deliver whole speech in English language? Because some parents, they also, they will also come there with their student, and so definitely they don't they don't uh, they must be not familiar with English language. So should I use some Hindi word between conversation, between my speech?
Hmm. Yeah, you may use some Hindi statements. This is nothing wrong to this is nothing wrong to say. There is nothing wrong to use Hindi statement, because although Hindi is considered to be a national language, it's not a national language, but it is considered to be. We used to deem Hindi as a national language, and we have the root connection with Hindi. So there is nothing wrong if you use Hindi statements in the speech. Secondly, choose a language you are comfortable in. So tomorrow, you may choose any language. If you are comfortable
I,
speaking,
I feel comfortable most of the time in English. When it comes to my school campus, that time
hmm,
I use most of English language in my school campus.
most of
I
the time you
use
prefer to
I
speak in English.
like to communicate with my student, with my principal, and in English.
All right. So if this is the
But,
case,
but
then go and give a speech in
but,
English.
but it's tomorrow it depends. So that's why, apart from our staff, more, and my principal, there will be some other people like parents, like uh, any there can be any other people. So that time that's why I'm asking to use, should I use some regional language?
Mhm. Right. There is nothing wrong to see. The quote can be told into Hindi. Okay, the quote can be told into Hindi, because I understand if you may be from the rural background, rural part of India, right?
Uh,
So most of them would not be able to understand English. So you're
yeah.
supposed to tell the story, or at least the quote, in Hindi, so that you can grab someone's attention. You can grab the most of the people's attention. So if you tell the story, or if you tell the first line of the speech in Hindi, and that Hindi statement is very motivational, very motivating, then most of the people would be intrigued by your statement. Then they will continue listening to your statement. They will continue listening to your story. Then keep on saying the stories in English, nothing wrong into it. Add some details. And even in the mid of the story, you can also add about some statements in Hindi. And the conclusion at last, you can also give the moral in Hindi. So this is how you can tell the story, and the story should be told. And it
Okay.
depends on the situation. It depends what type of audience you want to give speech to. If you want to give speech to the school students who belongs to the backward section, who do not belong to English speaking environment, then you should tell the story, or you should give the speech in Hindi, because what more important is that you have to make the audience understand your thought. So you need to tell the stories in Hindi if they are comfortable speaking in Hindi. And you should tell the stories in English when the audience is able to understand English. All right. All right. That should be your motive. Your motive should be to make audience understand your thought. Right. Your point should be explained in the easiest manner possible.
And sir, please, I want
Yeah.
to
Tell
know
me.
something from your side, that apart from that, when it comes to spoken English, so that time, if I connect with any advanced learner, So sometimes I feel, sometimes I feel, you know, I started feeling
Jittery.
lack of confidence. That how how by seeing the way of his or her level of English,
English.
because he or she speak well than me, and he use some advanced structure. So having seen that, you know I I started thinking in between conversation, and that time I cannot I cannot create some uh, appropriate sentence. Uh, yeah, I know, I can speak with everyone. Okay, and I understood very well. I understand English very well. But sometime when it comes to talk with advanced learner, so that time I feel this. How can we handle this?
Right.
It
See,
made
you
me,
often see.
it made me frustrated. It makes me frustrated uh, that time.
It makes me frustrated.
Yeah, now I think you are also advanced learner than me, but you are using English language in a good way. I can, because uh, you are speaking English language, you are saying your words in a comfortable way. But when it comes to some of there, like I think Hema.
Who's Hema?
Yeah, yeah, so some advanced learners they speak in a fast way, so it gets hard for me. What are they saying?
So
You
this
know,
is the speaker's problem. So you should ask the speaker to reduce the pace of speech.
and and they sometimes they use a different accent. It can be it happen due to different accent. I think.
Mhm. Okay, are you speaking about art of speaking English, Hema?
Yeah,
Is she in this group?
yeah.
She is not actually speaking very fast. I saw that she does not speak fast, but
So, sometime he her accent is little bit different than us.
okay. Okay, maybe I do not literally know. I have never spoken to her, so I don't know. So, a very common thing I noticed in your speech that is you often say, when I speak to advanced speaker, it's not right. You're supposed to say advanced speaker. You should add ed in last. Okay.
Advanced.
Hmm. That's commonly made mistake by people. They say advanced speaker. Advanced, when you say advanced, that means something that happened before, that happened earlier in advance. But
Yeah.
when you say advanced, that means proficient. Got it? You are not visible. Now you are. You are.
I'm not visible.
Okay. So you are visible now. So your question is that how to not be afraid when you speak to a good speaker, a proficient speaker, because a
Yeah.
proficient speaker starts using a different accent and starts speaking fast and uses a
And,
different structure,
and
so
they
you
don't
get into
and
dizzy.
they don't they don't give a chance like me. Like me. I'm an intermediate person, so they don't give a little bit chance to speak. They don't
Mhm.
stop in their conversation.
Okay, so the points that you counted, like they're speaking very fast. If this is the case, very first, that the speaker needs to reduce his pace of speech. If she or he does not do so, then you can interrupt. You can intervene and ask the speaker to reduce the pace of speech. You can politely ask that, can you please slow down your speech? Can you please slow down the pace of your speech because I'm unable to understand?
Yeah.
Okay, that's the first. Politely ask that I'm unable to understand. Please slow down your speech. I'm unable to understand. Please slow down your pace. That's the first way. Second problem, you said that if the speaker is not giving you time to speak, then again, that's the problem of the speaker. This is not your problem. You should ask the chance to speak. You can take up a chance and start speaking. If she intervenes, or if he or she, anyone intervenes, then simply ask that, let me speak. I'll give you equal chance to speak, and I would not interrupt you even a single time while you speak, and I'm expecting the same from you. All right. That these are the two things that you can do. I think these are the solution of your problem, and that will work. Secondly, another thing is that as far as your question is concerned, coming to your question, if the question is about you get into tizzy while you speak to any person, when you speak to any advanced speaker, any proficient speaker, then what you can do is you can practice more. Speak more with the advanced speaker. You need to speak more and more with the advanced speaker. When you have difficulty on certain things, you need to face that thing multiple times. So that thing will be easy for you. Remember the day when you started speaking the very first word of English. You were not able to utter the very word with your mouth. But over the period of time, you got proficient. You became good at least to speak the first word. You became at least good enough to speak this much. So if you want to upskill your level, if you want to upscale your level of English, then you need to follow the things. You need to do the things that you are not good in. Okay, as you are not good in speaking to proficient speaker, you need to make the conversation with proficient speaker more and more, as much as you can, right? So it will be easy for you. See, you can take pauses as you're not getting the right words, right sentences. Make a sentence, take a pause, think about the another one, make a sentence, take a pause, think about another sentence. This could be panacea to speak or to deal with any conversation. Another one, make random conversation as much as you can. Before getting into the video conversation, make audio conversation. There are many applications I often recommend people to use, like PeerUp, Angraze, or Skype group. Make audio conversations first. And when you become proficient into that, you can work upon your non-verbal communication. That is, you may come and have a video conversation. So this is how you can get rid of these all problems. Hope you have got your answer.
And sir, as you told me earlier that you are a trainer, so you know, what sort of way should I adopt for doing practice?
See, first, need to speak with people, and how you can do so. I recently told you some applications. Those apps are free of cost. Make conversation. The more you do something, the better you become in that. The more you do something, the better you become in that. So start using those apps and make as many conversation as you can. Start making numerous conversation with the people. As you will do multiple conversation, you will start figuring out your errors and immediately remove your errors. Work upon your errors and remove them all. So that could be one thing. Then make video conversation. I found people, they are good in audio conversation, but they get into difficulty, they get into trouble when they start making video conversation. So after making a lot of audio conversation, jump on having video conversation, improve your non-verbal communication as well. And what comes in non-verbal communication, your eye contact, your gesture, your posture, your hand movement, your mouth movement, this all comes into non-verbal communication. So these are the things, but these all things come later. These all things come later. The first and prior thing is to improve your non-verbal communication, to improve your verbal communication, that is your speech. Okay, speech, your English, and you can do it by making so many audio conversation with the people. And audio conversation is relatively easy to do because you're not supposed to have a camera, you're not supposed to have a desktop. You can make audio conversation by sitting anywhere. even if there is no light in your house. You're sitting in office, you're sitting in bathroom, you're sitting anywhere, you can start making audio conversation, speak to people. So make as many call as you can. Make as many audio call as you can. These are the exercises you're supposed to do, and you'll surely be improved after a while. So allow me to go. I need to leave because it's been very late for me. And
Okay.
for last 2 days, I have not posted any video. I have not aired any video on my channel. So I thought of making conversation and putting on YouTube channel. So that is the only reason I came online today on this application. I got active, and it was nice speaking to you, Arvind. And now I need to leave.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Yeah. Bye bye. Have a nice day.
Bye. Take care.